I'm going to do a recipe. It's a kind of an Italian tradition called porchetta. The porchetta has a little bit of rosemary, thyme, some fennel seed. I did some double blanched garlic to stud it, and a little salt and cracked black pepper. Very simple, a slow roasted pork dish, great for a holiday meal. Okay, here's my product in its raw state. As I mentioned before, this is an unfrenched product. Okay, to prep this pork here, I'm going to actually stud it with some double blanched garlic. Double blanching garlic is boiling it twice, cooling it down between each process, and it takes some of that edge off of the garlic and some of that spiciness. So what here, I'm just going about halfway through both sides of the rack, just so I can put some of this garlic inside of this pork and it absorb some of that flavor. So here's some of the double blanched garlic. I will just take and repeat this process by stuffing it in these slit holes. Okay, so now I'm going to rub on my fresh rosemary and thyme. Rub on both sides. Add my fennel seed. And as I rub that in, some of these holes that I cut for the garlic, some of that will get poked in there, so feel free to get aggressive with the seasoning. Okay, now we're ready to go in the oven. I have my oven temperature set around 350. We're going to roast that to an internal temperature about 145 to 150 degrees, depending on your preferred done. It's rested up to about 140 degrees, between 140 145 max. I'm going to carve it right between the bone. As you can see, it pulls from the bone a little bit. If we would French this and remove all this meat, the bone would be totally exposed and clean. But I think there's so much flavor and fat between the bones here that it's a shame to waste it. So we'll just go right between the bone. The nice thing is, if you wanted to serve this per chop, you'll have 8 individual chops. Just cut right between the bone. And there we have it. Nicely roasted, extremely juicy. You can see the juices running there. Porchetta roasted pork. Enjoy.